Hey everyone, my name is Jacob Nelson. I'm the exercise physiologist at the Blessing Wellness Center, and today I'm going to go over how to properly carry any object, how to size up the situation, and know what you need to do to move an object from point A to point B. So today I have a white box. Now this white box is actually pretty heavy, so you guys will actually be able to see me struggle a little bit. So the first thing that you do when you come up to anything that you're about to carry is you size up whatever you're about to carry. So for instance, this box is longer than it is wide. Anytime you pick up anything long ways, the further away from your body it is, the heavier it gets. So for an instance like this, I'm going to want to carry it the wide way because that's going to be a shorter distance out, which is going to mean it's closer to my center of gravity. You always want it close to your center of gravity. That way it's lighter and it protects your back and protects your joints. So I'm sizing up the situation. For me, it is going to be picking it up from wide. You want your feet almost directly below your hips. If your feet are too wide, you're going to probably strain your hips or your adductors picking it up. If your feet are too narrow, you lose your balance. So it's easy to sway back and forth if your feet are narrow. So you want a power base, feet shoulder width apart. A common misconception is always lifting with your knees. So what I happen to see a lot of times when people do that, they arch this way, just bend the knees, and they try and pick it up like a squat. Well, that's going to be easy to throw out your back. What you really want to do is learn how to load from the hips. And then when you do that, you're always taking time to brace your core. So that's called the Valsalva maneuver. That will keep your torso in line, your spine narrow. So anytime you're about to pick up an object, you take a big breath, fill up your stomach with air, and then now it's braced, okay? It's like doing a plank while you're moving. If your stomach's braced, that means your body's natural back brace is on. So I'm taking a big breath. I'm going to push my hips back first. That means you're going to load from the hips instead of rounding your back. So your back's going to stay flat. It will be slightly bent over, but it's going to stay flat through the duration of the movement. And you're going to load from your hips with a slight bend at the knee. So to pick up this object, sizing up, feet shoulder width apart, taking a big breath, pushing my butt back first, getting my hands in a position, swinging my hips up, and now I'm carrying the object. As I discussed earlier, the farther away this is, the harder it's going to be to hold. So anything from your knees to your torso and close to you within 8 inches is called your power zone. This is where you're the most powerful. Every 8 inches, it gets twice as heavy. So you get more and more risk as you go out. So I would never walk like this because it's very heavy. You want to keep the object as close to you as you can. Once you're carrying the object, you want to take small and controlled steps, small and controlled turns. And then when you go to set down the object, again, you take that big breath, throw your hips back, come down, and you're done.